Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be doing something different, okay? I'm gonna show you guys how to make one of my favorite salty treats, okay? Yes, for my ladies especially. During the time of the month when you go through so many cravings, either salty or sweet or whatever, this is what I usually feast on, all right? This is what I usually feast on instead of eating all those Doritos, Lay's, all those highly processed food, okay? That are not good for your body. You can make this and feast on this, all right? Because this is very, very healthy. This is going to be very, very healthy. It's very high in iron. It's very high in fiber, right? And you know that during that period we get to lose a lot of iron and all that stuff, so you can get to replenish your iron with this, all right? So what I'm going to be showing you guys today is something called Vada, all right? Vada originated from southern India, all right? This is from southern India, and yeah, this is what they usually have for breakfast, or yeah, whatever time of the day, but they mostly have it for breakfast, all right? And sometimes people have it with bread. They put it in bread and yeah, and other stuff. But for me, I like to eat it like that, okay? I prefer it just like that. So to make Vada, you're gonna have to use split chickpeas, all right? This right here, split chickpeas. You can get this whole bag from Walmart or Food Basics if you're in Canada, or if you have Walmart in your country, whatever country you're in, you can get it from Walmart, and it's usually I think $12. It's not expensive, all right? It's quite cheap. And I'm gonna be using extra virgin olive oil, all right? Because this is very important for me. I can't eat anything, especially when it has to do with frying, all right? When it has to do with frying, I have to fry my stuff in proper oil, okay? I cannot be using all those canola or those vegetable oil that you have on the market. Yeah, it's cheap, but it's very unhealthy. And for me, I don't know what it is, but it gets stuck in my throat and I just can't seem to digest it very well, okay? And it gives me nausea and all that stuff. So yeah, make sure that you use proper oil, all right? Yeah, it's expensive, but it's good for your health, all right? Invest in your health, especially the older you get. And for seasoning, I'm going to be using salt. I'm going to be using ground ginger. You can get that from Walmart too, or Food Basics, from any grocery store, right? And I'm going to be using onion. This is actually one whole onion, all right? And pepper, okay? Me, I call this African pepper. I don't know how you guys call it. And pepper, just one, because I'm not a spicy person like that, so just one. This is just the mix of whatever amount of ginger I'm going to need for my own preference, all right? Ginger and salt. Add salt to your own preference, all right? But you gotta be careful because this thing can get quite salty if you're not careful. So add salt to your preference. Make sure that you taste, all right? I'm pretty sure you have tasted worse things before in your life, all right? So make sure you taste, all right? And when it comes to the split chickpeas, all right, this is what I used to measure. So basically I used 1.5 of this thingy, all right? 1.5. I did put it in this bowl and I added water to it. I added cold water to it and I soaked it for like 5 hours, all right? I soaked it for like 5 hours, and look at how much I got. That's to let you know that it does rise. It does rise a lot. So you gotta be careful. You can't just pour the thing in a bowl and just add. Nah, you're gonna find yourself frying until the frying will cut your hand. So you gotta be careful. This thing rises. Like I said, I just used 1.5 of this, and look at how much I have. So be careful. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna blend. Well, I added water to this. I soaked it for 5 hours. Then I washed it. All right, you have to wash it after soaking. You have to wash it, and just strain it, drain it. Make sure that you take out all the water from it. All right, and then later on, I'm gonna blend it. I'm gonna put all of this in the blender with the pepper and the ginger. Some people dice the onion and dice the pepper and dice real ginger and just add it to the mixture. But me, I like everything blended. All right, I like everything blended. So I'm gonna blend it in here. Then this is my strainer for whatever grease is gonna be left on it, all right? And this is where I'm gonna put it after for serving or for eating and all that stuff. And this is where I'm gonna be frying it, all right? This is what I'm gonna be frying it in my non-sticking frying pan. So yeah, so let's go. All right, y'all, as you can see, I had already started blending, okay? Because I ain't trying to waste your time, all right? So I wanted to go straight to the point. So I already started blending. So this is a combination of my soaked chickpeas, split chickpeas, and all the spices, the onion and all that stuff, all right? This is a combination of all of it right here. And I did let it blend. And as I did let it blend, one key point, okay, one key point is that you're gonna have to open it and you're gonna have to pass a spoon through it, okay? As you're blending, you're gonna have to pass a spoon through it to even out the spice, to even out the salt and everything, because you don't want it to stick to one spot, all right? So you have to keep moving it around, all right? Look at the texture. Look at the texture of this. This is amazing. This is gonna make it so easy for you to mold, all right? Because you still want it to be consistent and thick. All right, it's gonna make it so easy for you to mold. Look at how beautiful this is. All right, and to get to that consistency, you know what I had to do? I had to add only 3 tablespoons of water. All right, you don't want to add too much water to it because it's gonna end up becoming a soup, and you don't want that. Okay, I don't want you to end up being disappointed. So just add 3 tablespoons of water. That is for the amount of speak chippy that I did use. All right, but you can see from the consistency, you should be able to estimate how much water you should add. Look at how beautiful that is. So beautiful. All right, it's gonna be easy for me to mold and deal with it. All right, so yes, so this is everything blended. All right, and I'm gonna blend it yeah, a little bit more just to make it a little bit more fluffy, all right, and a little bit more softer. All right, so let's go. As you can see, I have my mix over here from the blender. I use the spatula to take it out of the blender, right? It's more practical because it can get quite sticky. So this makes life more easier for you, okay? All right, to take it out of the blender. So now for frying, okay? I have oil over here, right? Look at how much oil I put in the frying pan. Avoid putting too much oil, okay? Because I don't like, I'm not trying to deep fry this, okay? Some people do deep fry, but I don't find the need of deep frying this, okay? Just put a little bit of oil and just, yeah, and just do with it, because it's just, you don't want to deal with too much oil. It's not healthy, and it's just you know what I mean. And you can, for me, I like them flat, okay? I like to make mine flat and crispy, all right? Because I find it easier to eat. I find it easier to play with, all right? Some people make balls with it. Some people make it, yeah, really, really thick. And me, I find it hard to play with. I find it hard to eat. And I especially if I'm planning to eat more than 2 or more than 3, I don't like it when it's too thick because I have a hard time eating that much, all right? So, like I said, you preheat your oil to like about 7. Then when you're about to start cooking, reduce it to 4, level 4 or level 5, okay? So that when you put in the mixture, it's not gonna start burning, rather than cooking, right? You want it to cook from inside. So how do I get to obtain the texture that I want? I usually use a tablespoon, okay? I use a tablespoon like this, and I just place my mix in the grease, and I just tap on it, all right? I tap on it to flatten it out. Just tap, and just be careful, okay? Especially if you're not good in the kitchen. Just take it easy, all right? Take your time. It's easy. It's very easy to do, all right? Just take a spoon, all right, like that. Scoop some, put it in the grease, and tap on it, all right? To flatten it out, all right? Take a spoon, all right? Put it in the grease, and tap on it, all right? And you don't want to put too much in the pan, all right? You want to give it space. You want it to breathe, all right? And because when there's too much, I notice that it soaks oil because you're not giving it space to breathe, all right? You need to give it space. Give it space to breathe, and avoid sucking so much oil, all right? So that is it. As you can see, it's coming along pretty well, okay? It's getting hard and all that stuff. So you gotta wait until it gets really, really hard and crispy from under. Then you can flip it around, all right? So as you can see, it's getting hard. I'm just gonna use this ladle, all right, and flip it around. It's gonna make your life, this thing is very practical, very, very practical. It's gonna make your life so easy, all right? Use the ladle and flip it around. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of something in my country that we call akara. Okay, I think even Nigerians call it akara, and I think the Greeks, they call it falafel, because it's made of falafel is made of chickpeas like this. All right, it's made of chickpeas. So for the Greek, it's falafel, and for us, it's akara. The akara, on the other hand, is made of black-eyed peas. All right, so it's quite different. It's made of black-eyed peas. This is made of split chickpeas. All right, so yep. Yeah, look at that, beautiful. Look at the color. It's so beautiful. Alright, this little messiness, you can't avoid it because of the texture of the paste, alright? So it's inevitable, it's gonna happen. But look at that, look at how beautiful it is. You know, so beautiful. You know, wouldn't you want to eat that? Look at that, look at the texture. And it doesn't suck a lot of oil because I didn't put so much. You know, and I'm gonna keep playing with it. I'm gonna keep rotating and rotating and rotating until it gets crispy like I like it. And yeah, take it out of the oil, okay? And I have my, like I showed you guys, my strainer where I'm gonna put it. Alright, so yep, that's how it's done. And it's so tasty. It's so tasty. Alright, trust me, it's very tasty. And it's better than all those processed foods out there, okay? Way better. Yeah, it's coming along quite nice. Alright guys, as you can see, I am done cooking, alright? I am done cooking. Are you ready to see the end product? Are you sure you're ready to see the end product? Let me stop messing with you guys, alright? So, ta-da! This is the end product, alright? Look at that. Color on point, okay? Texture on point. Crispiness on point. Everything is on point. Seasoning on point. Just follow the recipe and I promise you, you can't go wrong, alright? You can't go wrong. Like I said, this is a good source of protein. This is a good source of fiber. It's a good source of iron, alright? So for my men hitting the gym, this is going to be a good source of protein for you, right? And for my ladies, iron is very important for us. So it's going to be a good source of iron for you, right? So for me, I usually like to have this with something acidic. I like to have this with a cup of tea. I like to have this with a glass of orange juice, pineapple juice, lemonade, because you know acidic stuff help you digest anything, any fried foods, all right? Or I can have it with something hot like whiskey, a cognac, or yeah, whatever it is that you like, all right? It's very good for digestion. So yep, so yeah, that's it. Look at it, I'll close. Let me give it a bite for you guys, all right? Let me guys feel it into your soul. So is it entering your soul? Is it gingering you? I know it's gingering you. Stop pretending. It's gingering you. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. One day you get to meet. I'll get to give you some, okay? Let me bite it up close. Yeah, it's so good. So, alright, guys. If you like today's content, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Alright. If you like what I'm all about, thumbs up. Alright. If you if you like what I'm all about again, subscribe to my channel. What are you waiting for? Subscribe to my channel and let me know what you think of my first cooking session. Alright. Bye.